Hello Branca Beauties and welcome back to our channel. Adriana here, and today is a very special day. This is the first fall makeup look of 2017 and I am so excited because if you know me, you know I could live in a bold lip every single day. Technically I would wear black lipstick if appropriate every single day. So I ordered this lip from ColourPop. This is the Mamacita liquid lip. I ordered it last week and it inspired me to sit down and create this look. I know we've been kind of MIA. I've started back school and I've been super busy, and then with Hurricane Irma, everything just got so hectic and stressful, but we are back to filming and we thank you guys for your continued support. I know our videos have been sparse, but we are back and we are here, and I mean, what a great way to start fall with this super bold, sexy little, makeup tutorial. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and without further ado, let's get started.
And here we are. Just a preface to the video, I just wanted to let you know I'm just getting over being sick, so if I sound a little off, that is why. But I'm first going to begin prepping my skin with my NYX Poreless Primer. I'm just rubbing this into the skin to give us a good base. Then I'm going to go with my Lorac Pro Cream Contour Palette. I'm taking the peach shade in that palette to go over any red areas I have on my skin. They've been super prominent lately, so I just wanted to kind of cover those before I put on my foundation. And I'm also going to use that peach shade under my eye to kind of color correct the dark circles that I have since starting law school. You know how that goes. Super excited because this is the first tutorial where I'm using my Fenty Beauty foundation, and let me tell you, this foundation is pure magic. I know I've seen a lot of mixed reviews online, and I will say I've used it for about 2 months now to give it a really good chance, what I use for my regular foundations. And I will say for the first 5 to 6 hours that I have this on, which is pretty long for a foundation, it looks great. After that, it kind of settles into my lines and starts to look a little bit cakey in my T-zone. But other than that, I can use powder over that, blot away some oil, and I can get it looking pretty nice again. I just think that this gives great coverage. It's definitely not a full coverage. I would say it's a medium to full, but you can definitely build it up to that full coverage, and it just made my skin look so flawless. It literally made it look poreless, and I don't know if it was the combination of the primer I used and this foundation on top, but I was blown away. I am obsessed with it. Next, I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I mean, it's super redundant by now. I can probably just skip this step, but, I just wanted to show you what I was using on top of this foundation so that you could see how everything worked together. So I'm just going to put this on the areas that I highlight and then blend it out with my Beauty Blender. Next, I'm taking that same damp Beauty Blender, and please watch your eyes, obviously I didn't, and I'm going to bake underneath my eyes where we just highlighted with my Airspun powder. I love this stuff. Also a ride or die for me, you know how it is. Next, I'm just going to dust away that powder with a large fluffy brush and kind of rub that on the rest of my skin. And now I'm super excited because I haven't dipped into this palette in a really long time, and I forgot how amazing it was. This is the Naked Smoky palette, and I am first going to take the shade 13 and rub that all over my eyes. I did put a base on my Painterly paint pot, so that's just the base that I use for the shadow. Then I'm going in with the shade Combust, and I'm taking a large fluffy brush and kind of sloppily running that through the crease just to give some definition to the eye. Next, I'm going to dip into the shade Whiskey. I love this brown color. It is such a true warm medium brown, and it adds just the perfect amount of definition to this look. I'm taking a more tapered, fluffy blending brush and putting this in the outer third of my eye, dragging it into the crease. I'm not taking it super far. I'm going to stop this shadow about halfway in. I want to keep most of the dark shadow on the outer portion of the eye today, just to create a really open eye effect. And then I'm going back in with that original fluffy blending brush that we used to obviously blend it all together. Next, I'm dipping into the color Black Market, and I'm using this on a pencil brush, and I'm putting this on the outer third, but concentrating most of it on my lid area. I'm going in very lightly. This is a black, true black, and I just wanted to create some kind of smoky effect. Obviously make it smoky, haha, but without being too intense. And then I'm going back in with the brush that we used for Whiskey to blend those together. I'm going to take now my Painterly paint pot again, and I'm going to essentially carve out my lid area up to the Whiskey shade and the Black Market shade. I want to make this a really clean look, and the shadow will just lay really nicely on top of this paint pot. You'll see what I'm talking about, but I'm going to carefully carve this out. It's a really quick way to make your shadow look flawless. So then I'm going into the color Radar, and I'm going to put that all over my lid. And I'm just packing that right over that paint pot with a flat shader brush. Next, you can take any spray. I used my all-nighter setting spray from Urban Decay. I sprayed my brush and dipped back into the color Radar to really intensify that warm bronze, which I love, and this just gives the shadow a more metallic finish. Next, I'm going back in with the blending brush that we used to apply the color Whiskey, and I'm running back over that just in case we lost any shadow. Also back in with the pencil brush for Black Market, just touching everything up. Then I'm going in with the shade, what is this shade? High, that's the shade. Sorry, I'm going with the shade High to highlight my brow bone. Highlight, high, get it? Okay. And I love that color. Next, I'm going in with my NYX, what is this? This is my eyeliner. This is my NYX liquid liner, the matte liquid liner, and I'm just doing a soft wing. I say soft, but you know, it could be out to my ear, and I would say it's subtle. So I'm just going to do a wing, and then I'm going to apply falsies later on. You've probably seen me do this in a couple other tutorials, but I was just taking a felt tip liner and just filling in any gaps that we had, and then I'm taking my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara to give my lashes a quick coat. Then I'm using these Ardell Natural Lashes. I will link the style down below. Then on a small smudger brush, I'm just taking the shade Combust and running this along my lower lash line to add some definition. Then with the definer brush, I'm going to dip into Black Market to define my lower lash line, keeping this really tight to the lash line and starting the angle from where my top liner would come down to create that cat eye effect. And I'm going to bring this shade about 3/4 of the way in. Next, I'm taking my eyeliner. This is Mr. Bing from ColourPop. I love this liner. It's the perfect warm brown, and I'm just throwing that into the waterline. And then using some NYX Blotting Powder, I'm just setting the rest of my face because I knew I was going to be out tonight and it was super humid, so I wanted to really lock that in. Then I'm going with my Revolution, what is this? The bronzing powder, and I'm just using my Real Techniques brush to carve out my cheeks. I know it looks insane now, but don't worry, we will buff this out. And I just love this color because it's not too warm and it's not too dull. It doesn't look muddy at all, and I just love this for contouring. Now I'm just going in with my NYX buffing brush, and I'm just buffing this out, as you can see, getting rid of any harsh lines and trying to make this seamless with the rest of the foundation. I love contouring on top of this Fenty Beauty foundation. I feel like it all blends together so nicely. Next, I'm going in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. I believe this is a medium deep, and I'm just going to bronze my skin. The Revolution powder with the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish looks so nice together. And then I'm just using the Jaclyn Hill Becca Champagne Pop Face Palette. That was called Champagne Pop Face Palette? Something like that. I'm using the middle blush shade called Amaretto. And then I'm dipping into Prosecco Pop to highlight my skin. I'm also using Prosecco Pop to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, because we cannot forget to do that. That is my biggest pet peeve. When I do shadow and I forget to do that, it ruins my night. I'm just kidding. Next is my favorite part of this look, for the lips. Ladies and gentlemen, whoever's watching this, get your hands on this while you can. This is the ColourPop and ILUVSARAHII. CeraVe, I think that's how you say it. This is from her collection. This is the lip pencil in Mamacita, and I'm also going to be using the matte liquid lipstick in Mamacita. This is just the perfect color for fall. It screams fall to me. It screams vampy. It screams sultry. You could use this lip and just mascara and walk out of the house and kill it. I love this lipstick. As you can tell, I almost have a religious experience with it. It's fine. So I just lined my lips pretty much all the way, leaving a little bit bare in the center. And then I went in with the liquid lipstick. Now, I watched Sarah's video on how to apply this, because sometimes with dark shadows, they can... This is not a shadow. This is a liquid lipstick. I apologize. Sometimes with dark liquid lipsticks, they can get a little patchy. So she said not to rub your lips together once you apply your first coat, because it will make it patchy, and I completely forgot to do that, so I had to do some makeup work here, but it did end up turning out really, really nicely, and it dried perfectly matte. There was no transfer, and it stayed all night. I didn't have to touch up once, which is amazing. I'm just using a little bit of concealer to clean up the edges and setting spray to finish this off.
Alright, well that completes this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe below, and we'll see you next video. Bye!